More advanced techniques using the Ma roller for your back. I wanted to cover an additional move that doesn't just deal with the spine, but it's a good adjunct, a more advanced technique you can use when you're working. What I often find with people is they have very tight hamstrings. This often affects their low back, particularly flat back, because as they're standing, they lose their lumbar curve. Putting the Ma roller here helps stretch, push, press, knead, and open the spine, so hopefully they begin to reestablish more of a lumbar curve. But their hamstrings. People's hamstrings are often so tight, they connect from the low leg, doing this movement, right, tightens it, into what we call your sit bones or your ischial tuberosities, right at the base of the pelvic bowl. When the hamstrings are both very tight, it creates flat back. So what we're going to do is add a stretch that will allow you to work on tight hamstrings while also working on your lumbar spine. So we've already shown this. We have the Ma roller in my low back. I'm going to extend both of my legs up the wall. Then what I will do is, once I am comfortable in my low back, once the Ma roller is pressing into the spine, but it feels comfortable, I'm going to lift both kneecaps. This begins to engage the quadriceps. The more I engage the front of my thigh, the more the hamstrings can stretch, which means that I will then, after lifting my kneecaps and contracting them, I'm going to pull my toes back towards my face, which means I'm getting a stretch through the hamstrings, through the calves, then to the backs of my feet, or the bottoms of my feet. I can hang out here and breathe. I'm still lifting the kneecaps. I'm still pulling the toes back towards the face. I can then rest and relax. And just as we've done before, putting pressure on the spine, you go slow, consciously, with focus, while you're breathing through your nose. I can then slowly, working on my hamstrings again, I'm just using my leg itself to pull it back. It's going to change the pressure on the Ma roller, on the spine. I can lift my kneecap, I can pull the toes back. I can do that on either leg, alternating back and forth. I can then also do the same thing while grabbing the back of the leg, using my arms to gently pull. I want to feel a stretch in the belly of the hamstring, not behind the knee. If you feel too much behind the knee, just bend it. I'm still feeling a stretch in the hamstring, not as much pressure behind the knee. And I can switch legs. I may start with the kneecap lifted, start with the toes back. If it feels like it's too much behind the knee, you bend. And using the arms, pull it in. This changes the pressure on the Ma roller. You explore, experiment, find out what works best for you. You're going to find a sweet spot in the back. You may notice it's more to your right, you may notice it's more to your left, you may notice it's a little higher on the spine, a little bit lower. Wherever it works for you is good. Get the muscles to release the same as you would in a yoga pose or during a massage. The feeling is that you can relax into the stretch or into the tension, meaning the pressure. I'll see you again soon on robertgardnerwellness.com. Namaste.